So my anticipated limitations, I feel like that's important. My shoulder, I pretty much can only walk right now. I can do electric bike, but I don't have access to one right now. This room here is the most space I have in my home. My bedroom is basically just my bed and a desk and like 2 feet of empty space to stand in. And I have a husband, so it's even more crowded than it looks right now. So I can't even really do like workout DVDs in here. I used to do ballet workout videos. I would like to do them again. I will see if I can at someone else's house or something. Budget limitations, I really can't afford a gym yet. And wouldn't be able to do enough there to really feel like it was worthwhile because of my shoulder. So once the physical therapy starts working, I will probably maybe I'll get a second job or something and let that income go towards a gym membership. But right now I don't feel like it would be worth it. I've tried it. There's just only so much you can do on a bike. So that's a limitation, financially a little bit of a limitation, physical space is a limitation. I'm a very picky eater, but I've been working on that. I've found hacks to and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do videos is I can't be the only picky, pastry-loving, carb-loving, dairy-loving person who knows that realistically, while I absolutely need to lose weight, no lifestyle change is going to involve cutting out carbs. Not gonna happen. It's just not gonna. First of all, fruits and vegetables are carbs. So just keep remembering that. Also fiber, but fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates. So low carb, whatever, usually they have a little asterisk that says, except for fruit or whatever. Sorry. Dietary, I could go on for hours about diets. But anyway, calorie counting makes sense to me because if I really, really, really want a piece of pizza, I can budget my calories around eating that piece of pizza and not ruin my day. I kind of love that. That's much more realistic to me. The first couple days sucked. Sucked. I was so hungry. I was so hangry. I have depression. It flared up because I was just sugar hungry and cranky. My poor husband, just he's a saint and an angel, but it was rough. So just know if you're doing this, push through it. Day 4 was when I was surprised. I thought I was just going to be hungry for the next 8 months. And then day 4, I voluntarily stopped halfway through my meal and was like, this is actually enough food. I feel full. And I actually ended up, because I'd actually saved my calories up for dinner. I ate soup for lunch and cereal for breakfast. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get a big sandwich from Jersey Mike's. It was a regular size sandwich, but those are big. And I ate half of it and was stuffed. And I was like, whoa, that's never happened. So the whole thing about your stomach shrinking, turns out it's true. Go figure. So I ended up waiting 2 hours and eating the second half of my sandwich because I was way under calories at that point because I'd been saving all day. So I ate the second half of my sandwich at 9, which is kind of okay for me. I don't necessarily recommend it for everyone, but I also realized I work from home. So I a lot of times do a lot of my work after my husband goes to bed. And so I go to bed on average between 1 and 2 a.m. every day. I wake up late. And so for me, I've actually started logging my lunchtime meal as breakfast because it's breaking my fast. And then my dinner time meal around 6:30 as lunch. And then I eat usually a substantial snack or the other half of my dinner around 9. And I count that as my dinner. And then there's also snacks available if I want them, depending on if I have enough calories for it. And that way too, it makes sense based on my schedule. It's like I'm jet lagged, right? So if I'm waking up at 10 or even 9:30 and I'm eating at 11:30, and then I'm up till 2. If I eat dinner at 6:30 and then I just run out of calories or don't want to eat or whatever, or like, oh, I'm out of meals, can't eat them, that's like 6:30 to 1:30. That's like, what, 7 hours without eating before bed, and then another like 8 hours before getting up. And that is, I think, running into the realm of intermittent fasting, which I'm not really interested in doing. So it works for me. Not everyone's that way, but like for me, my circadian rhythm, I've been just rolling with it. So I've been staying up late working and then getting up late because I can, and eating on a weird schedule. But I figure as long as I'm eating 3 meals a day with not eating like immediately before bed. So if I'm going to bed at like 1, I stop eating by 11, and that's still a 2-hour break. I'm not really here for advice, so I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Anyway, the reason I'm doing videos is because Noom recommended that apparently it's very motivating. It's like been found psychologically to be motivating to share your goals and what you're doing with people that will see you. But it scares the snot out of me, to be honest. Doesn't even scare, I'm a super talkative person. A lot of people are always surprised to find out I'm an introvert because I'm very outgoing, but I am also a very private person. I have found that being talkative is the best way to maintain your privacy, because you give people enough information, they don't ask more questions. They think they know everything about you. So it's very easy to have them not even realize all the stuff they don't know about you. So that's kind of been my habit in life. And I'm a very, very private person. I don't like I don't like feeling as though I am being watched, especially when I'm doing something that is already very difficult. I would rather people look away than than feel like they're watching me every time I order food or every time I eat. It brings out the oppositional defiant side of me. It brings out the super self-conscious side of me. It brings out every bit of insecurity and anxiety I'm capable of having. So I'm not gonna tell my Facebook friends or even my like family. Like my husband, totally in on it, totally knows. You'll probably meet him, but I am not telling the people in my real life that I am on a weight loss plan until, or at least an extremely limited, like when I have to because I'm eating with them and I'm ordering healthy all of a sudden and they're like, what happened? But I'm not going to tell them because I don't want them wondering why I'm eating what I'm eating, or questioning me. Nothing makes me more defensive. And frankly, I have found if I'm like about to eat a piece of bread and someone's like, are you sure you should eat that? I will then commence to eat 3 times as much bread as I would have. Always. Know yourself. That is a thing I know about me. If someone says, are you sure you should whatever, I'm going to prove that I will. Just because it's none of your dadgum business what goes in my mouth. So that's something that I just know about myself. And so I decided if I want accountability and to get it out there and have people know, I'd rather have a whole bunch of strangers, or a few. I don't know how many people are going to watch this. I'd rather have a few strangers that I can check in with, who will be invested in the same way that I'm invested in the weight loss channels that I watch, but won't be like literally with me when I'm eating. So that's why I'm doing videos. Also, it's fun. I don't know. So the goal is that I'll hit my weight by September. I'm on track to do that. They say that by February 21st, I think the new map says that I will be 223 is the goal. If I'm on schedule, then by February 21st I'll be 223, which would be 17 pounds down. That's kind of special because my birthday is February, mid-February, and it'd be kind of fun to start my 31st year back in the 220s and on a downward slope. And it would be great if quickly after I turn 31, if I could be in the 210s. So yeah, but this is not about aesthetics. This is about health. So if you want to do it with me, let me know in the comments. We'll do it together. I'll love seeing your updates. I have a meal plan, so I might go over that in the next video, but I'll try to be like checking in with a weight or something. Like I'll do it tomorrow. And then sort of if things evolve, like I'll definitely be sharing recipes, and you're probably going to see a whole lot of like potentially not the healthiest like way of approaching it. I'm just kind of working with what I got. I know myself. I know that I'd rather eat 150 calories of soup for 2 meals in a row and then eat, a sandwich than cut out bread. And eat like a massive salad or something. So I will be eating salad, and I have been eating a lot more vegetables, but this is a weight loss journey that I consider realistic. This is not for people who are into crash diets or hardcore, like, I'm going to do keto for the literal rest of my life. Good for you. That is a personality type, and it is not my personality type. So go for it if you are the sort of person that knows you can. But I'm not that person, and that's okay. And if you're not that person, then maybe I can help you or inspire you, or hopefully I will succeed in front of you, at least the bare minimum. I just really want to succeed. And if it slows down a bit, which it might, my husband feels like the 1,200 calories is very, very small. He's concerned, actually, but not terribly concerned, because I did talk to my doctor about it, and it's not like gonna kill me or anything. But we have talked about, once I breach the 200 mark, like if I get to like 190 or 195, I want to be like well past the 200 mark. But once I breach the 200 mark, I may bump it up to 1,400 or 1,500 calories, and finish off my weight loss at a slower pace. Because I feel like maybe taking steps up back to normal wouldn't be a bad thing. And that would still be a 500 calorie deficit from a 2,000 calorie a day burn. So I would lose weight. It would just be slower. So if I do that, it'll probably be towards summertime. And if that were the case, then if I'm doing my math right, that would put me at my goal weight sometime basically right about the end of the year. It'll be basically like a 12-month thing. So we'll see. This was really long. I'm sorry. I'll try to edit it down a bit, or cut it into 2. I'll probably cut it into 2. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. I'll probably cut it into 2. Okay. So subscribe if you're interested. Comment if you want. Just know that I'm frankly not in the market for advice at this juncture, but if I ever need it, I will ask for it for sure. And you're welcome to give it. I just don't be surprised if I don't take it. But that doesn't mean that I don't value your opinion. It just means I know myself really well and you don't yet. So, but if you have recipe ideas or anything like that, let me know. All right.